Good morning, you guys. Good morning.
Good morning. Please make sure to turn your audio, your video on. We need to be able to see you.
Ms. Rodriguez, we'll give it until 11:10. Math is really short today, and then science is independent.
Sounds good to me. Please turn your cameras on. We need to be able to see you. Also, we lost some of you mid-lesson yesterday. I know it was a long lesson, but the work still needs to be done. Make sure you stay on the whole time and make sure that you are engaged. No napping in class.
Nice haircut, Kevin.
Right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I want to start by saying I really miss you guys. I miss having you in the class. I miss you guys interrupting me every 5 minutes. I really do miss you guys and spending time with you and eating lunch with you. I really miss every single one of you. I want to remind you of the importance of logging in every day and staying engaged in the lessons. We are not having FSA. That was not an April Fool's joke yesterday. There is no FSA. However, your grades are going to be more important than ever because it takes the place of that. So we're strictly going to rely on your grades and on your participation to determine who gets promoted next year. If you're not here, if you're not logging in, that's the same thing as being absent from class. So please make sure you're coming in here, being engaged in the lessons, going to Canvas and getting the work done. So far, I only have 10 students working on iReady reading, and we have 12 doing iReady math. Remember, just 10, no more than 15 minutes every day, just a little bit every day. And I'm gonna go into the reasons why. There's only 7 people currently participating on the reading discussion with John Henry and Paul Bunyan. Only 7 of you, there's 45 of you. Only 7 of you are actually doing the discussion, and it is for a grade. So you have to remember, those of you that are participating, or when you post, we are in 5th grade, and I expect to see 5th grade conversations. We're not comparing what the characters look like. They're both strong, yes. But this is 5th grade. The discussions, the conversations have to be more meaty than that. For example, compare the themes. How do the characters' actions lead us to understand the themes? What are the challenges that the characters are facing? When you reply to other people, it's not just, I agree. This is just like in class. Well, what exactly is it that you're agreeing with? And carry on that conversation. If you have a question that you wanted to ask somebody, go ahead and ask that question, but I shouldn't see just, I agree. Well, what part do you agree with and why do you agree with that? Okay. Make sure that you're replying to at least 2 people. So there's 10 points for the discussion. There's 3 points for actually posting your response, 3 points for replying to one person, another 3 points for replying to another person, and that extra point is for the quality of your discussion. Okay, I want to see 5th grade quality discussions. Show me that you were thinking about this. The presentation actually helps you figure out what exactly it is that you should be thinking about. Your annotations should also help you figure out, well, what should you be thinking about as you're reading the text? So what should, and what you should be discussing in the discussion boards, okay? Make sure the test, like 3 people have already taken the test. There's a test today or tomorrow. The test, the reading test has to be taken today or tomorrow. If you have not completed the discussion, that needs to be done first, okay? When you do the test, people have been struggling. And this is why I'm saying that it's very important that you are participating in the lessons, that you're showing up every day. Nobody has passed this test yet, and I am not sure why. If you had a problem, if you know why you got the score that you did, go ahead and do a private message to Ms. Bird and she'll answer you, okay? But let us know what seems to be the problem. Are you not annotating? Are you visualizing? Are you really thinking about what you're reading? Are you taking your time? Make sure that you're taking all this serious, because next year you're going to 6th grade and it's going to be even more difficult. It's going to be at a higher level, more thinking. This is not just surface. It's not, what do the characters look like? Where are they? That's 1st, 2nd, and 3rd grade work. This is 5th grade. We're having those conversations. Make sure that you're doing your work a little bit every day. Otherwise, it's going to accumulate and you're going to spend hours doing work instead of just minutes for each subject. Okay, so let's remember to stay focused. If you're having any problems, I've given out my number several times. You can contact me through Class Dojo. You can message me. You can send me a message on Canvas. Let me know what the problem is so that I know how to help you. At this point, I should have also received at least the planning sheet for writing. I need to see what your planning sheet looks like, and I haven't gotten any. Remember that your grades are more important than ever in the absence of FSA and Science FCAT, okay? I know it's hard because you're home, you're comfy, you're in bed, you're on the couch, and you just want to watch TV, watch Netflix, and play your video games, but the school year is still not over. This is not summer break. Let's stay focused. We don't have long to go, but we need to get there. One last thing before we start with our math lesson is the field trip. The field trip. In light of everything that is happening, the field trip is canceled for this year. Okay, hopefully we get to go back to school before the year ends and we can have a lot of fun together celebrating your graduation into 6th grade. But for now, or not just for now, but the 5th grade field trip to Islands of Adventure has been canceled. If your parents paid on online, on the student pay, on the school pay, they will be refunded that way. If your parents sent in the money, then the school will refund that money as soon as we're able to, as soon as we're allowed to go back to school, then that money will be refunded. If your parents have any questions, they can dojo us or they can send us a message. We'll be happy to answer any questions that you guys may have. And this is not fun for us either. We like having fun with you guys. We're all in this together, and we're all going through this process at the same time, okay? So if we're able to get back into school before the school year ends, then we are going to party, okay? All right, Ms. Bird?
Okay, I agree with Ms. Rodriguez on everything she said. The biggest thing also, you guys still have to do Study Allen and iReady Math when you're submitting your assignments, because as of right now on Canvas, only 6 people have submitted their science graded assignment on Canvas. If you emailed it to me or texted to me, Irene, I got her assignment, and I think she was the only one for science that texted to me. So Samuel, Logan Flores, Anahi, Josie, Anaya, Diana, and Dee Dee were the only ones that turned in the graded assignment for science. So make sure you're submitting it onto Canvas. So that means 7 kids out of the 40 kids that we have that log in every day are doing the work. Remember, as Ms. Rodriguez said, you still have to get grades. That's how you're going to move on to 6th grade. So this does not end the school year because you're at home. You still have to participate and you still have to do the work. So if you're not able to log on to Canvas, Mr. Jones, Mr. Bob from school, he sent an email to us letting us know that in order for you to log on to Canvas to access the information that's on Canvas, you have to go through Launchpad. So you would go on to launch.ocps.net, and I'm going to put it on the chat. And, oh, Ms. Rodriguez will. And once you go onto launch.ocps.net, you're going to sign in. Don't auto sign in. You have to actually put in your 480 number and your password and click sign in. Once you've done that, it's going to take you to the Launchpad that we're used to seeing when we log onto our computer at school. From there, you're going to click on Canvas. You have to go through Launchpad to go to Canvas. Once you're in Canvas, you should be able to access all of the information according to the email that he sent us. So if you've tried all of that and it still does not work, then you need to send us a message. And then Samuel, can you unmute yourself? Okay, so you turn in all of your assignments. How are you accessing Canvas? Are you using a laptop or a tablet?
I'm using my phone.
Oh. So what are you doing to access Canvas?
Well, I installed the app and then I put my school, I put Orange County Public Schools. And then like Launchpad and all. And then I signed in with my 480 number, and then I got into Canvas.
Were you able to see the reading assignments?
Like the reading lesson?
Yes.
No reading lesson showed up. When I clicked the lesson button, no reading lesson showed up.
But you were able to do the math and the science? You can see all of that?
Yeah, there's like a button that says math and science, and oh, there's also reading too, I think.
Were you able to see the reading assignments though?
Let me check.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we know that it works because if he's able to do it, then everyone should be able to access it, and he's doing it from his phone.
It's everything. It's the Say Hi, the Paul Bunyan, the John Henry, the 3.9 RL, the comparative themes, and that stuff.
So
Yeah.
Click on John Henry and see if the text comes up.
Yeah. It comes up. For me, it comes up.
What kind of phone do you have?
It's an LG Style 4.
So short for everyone.
But
Oh, yep, he can see it. All right, so when you're logging in, I'm sorry, I'm reading the private chat. When you're logging in to Canvas, make sure it's the app and you're not going onto like a server. So make sure you've downloaded the app. So if you're using your phone, you should have downloaded the app. And then from the app, you go to Orange County Public Schools. Log into the Launchpad, and then you should be able to access everything. All right, so today's math lesson is really short. Remember the final assessment is on Monday and it's on Canvas.
Sorry, Ms. Bird, can I interject for just a second?
Yes.
All right, so Anna, Diana, Logan, Sherlyn, Anaya, Josie, Amelia, Logan Flores, and Morelli have all been able to turn in reading assignments. So if you're able to contact them, you can reach out to them and they'll probably help you. Thank you. That was it.
Yes. All right, so I know the math graded assignment yesterday was a struggle. So I'm going to put today's as the graded assignment, and hopefully it'll be a little easier because you'll be able to see the actual measurements with the figures better, hopefully. I think that was one of the problems when we were looking at the graded assignment, and Ms. Stewart and Ms. Sumner's kids had the same issue because you couldn't tell which measurement went with what side. So we're gonna quickly go over a review. Tomorrow, our math is gonna be a Kahoot. So if you do not have Kahoot on your phone or on your tablet, whatever you're using, make sure when we log off, you're gonna download Kahoot so that we can do it tomorrow, okay? And remember, the winner will get a prize mailed out to them, okay? All right, so yesterday's lesson for math was all about using composite shapes, but this time with our composite shapes, we didn't have the Unifix cubes. We just had the actual, excuse me, the actual shapes that were composite, and composite means that I can see it another way. So what you're going to do is you're going to find this page where it says Thursday 4/2 review day in your packet if you have it in front of you. And then one person tell me what number it is once you found it, or you can unmute yourself and tell the whole. Diana, have you found it? Okay, what number is it?
It's number 33.
Okay, so everyone should be looking for number 33. Thank you, Diana. Now, if you have the district packet, this is not going to be in there. But if you have the packet that we mailed from the school, then it will be there. And a district packet is the packet that had like the math, reading, music, art, everything in it. Genesis, mute yourself, hon. All right, thumbs up on the chat if you found everything and you're good. You see, great, 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 great. Anima, Jair, Orlin, thumbs up if you found it. Genesis, even without the packet, you can still follow along. All right, so we're doing a review. Remember, like in class, I'm sorry, because we're not in class. All right, so remember, when you want to answer the question, you're gonna send me a private chat. So I'm gonna do an I do, we're gonna do a we do, and then you're gonna do a you do. So those are the three questions that we see on that page after number 33. So it should be 33, 34, and 35 that we're gonna do. And then I'm gonna put 36 on Canvas as your exit slip, and I'll use 36 as the graded exit slip. So that way everyone will have an opportunity to retry, because yesterday's exit slip was a mess, okay? So we're gonna try that today. So the first problem, and this should be where we all are, so Genesis, even without it, you can follow along. It says, find the volume of the two combined rectangular prisms. And remember yesterday we talked about if we have a combined rectangular prism, what's going to make it easier for us to figure out how to solve the problem is for us to break it apart. So you can choose either method to break it apart. You can say, I'm going to break it apart here. It will help if you can see what I'm doing, and you cannot. You can break it apart here if you choose to, and say that this is A, and then say that this is B. That's one method of breaking it apart. Or you can break it apart here and say that this is A and this is B. I'm going to show you both ways so that you can see it does not matter which method you choose or which way you cut it up, you're still going to get the same answer. So as we go, I'm going to start with this. We know that the formula for volume, we should all know this by now. We've been talking about it for like, at this point, it's been like 5 weeks. So we know that volume equals length times width times height. So on the private chat, looking at my A, I want you to tell me what the formula for A is going to be. So my A, what is the formula? So you're going to replace the length, the L with a number, replace the W with a number, replace the H with a number, using the measurements that they've given you on this figure.
Orlin, ¿qué números vas a usar?
And make sure you're sending it only to me in the private chat. Good job, Anahi. Good job, Samuel. Good job, Sherlyn. All right, so a lot of people are saying they're confused. All you're doing, if you're looking at the screen with me, all you're doing is looking at figure A. And we're gonna use all of the measurements that they've provided us on the screen to help us. So this is a measurement that I'm gonna use to help me. This is a measurement that I'm gonna use to help me. This is a measurement that I'm going to use to help me. This is a measurement that I'm going to use to help me. And this is a measurement that I'm going to use to help me to figure out the length of figure A. Length means how far across is it? The width, how wide is it? And the height, how tall is it of figure A? So using what I just showed you, and remember, it's the exact same thing we were doing with the Unifix cubes. The only difference is now we can't see the cubes. So now they're just giving us measurements without the actual cubes. Good job, Michaela. I'm gonna give you about 1 more minute since only like 3 people have gotten it so far. Good job, Wilfred. Good job, Diana. You got it correct. All right, so let's talk about it. So I'm only looking at figure A. So just taking into account figure A, I'm going to use a different color so that you guys can see it, and I'm gonna make it bigger. So I need to figure out the length. I know the length of the whole shape is 12. Does everyone see that? Hopefully thumbs up. Great, great, great. Great, great. Okay, so everyone can see that the length of the whole shape is 12. I only need to figure out the length of A, which is here. So we know that if the length of the whole composite figure is 12, A cannot be 12. But they do give us this number right here, which is 8. So I can look at this and say, okay, if the whole figure is 12 and they give me 8, whatever is missing from here, 8 plus what is going to give me 12? Because then won't that show me the whole figure? So Michaela, unmute yourself. Tell me 8 plus what is going to give me 12?
4.
Good. So this is going to now be 4. Thumbs up if you understand how Ms. Bird got that. Okay, Anaya says she gets it. Dee Dee gets it. Amelia gets it. Great. Anahi, great, great, great. Wilfred, Lana, okay. Logan S, great. All right, Daniel gets it. All right, so now that we have that, I know that my length is 4. Now, again, I'm looking at my whole figure. Looking at the whole figure. How wide is the whole figure? So we know that width tells me from the front to the back how wide it is. So looking at all of the measurements, well, I know it's not going to be 10 because 10 tells me the height. I've already used this 8, so I know that's not going to be it. This 12 tells me the length. 3 tells me how high this part is, but 2 is on the side and it's showing me from the front to the back of the shape is going to be 2 millimeters. So your width, how wide it is, this shape and this shape are the same width. So it's going to be 2. Good job, Dee Dee. Good job, Wilfred. Dee Dee, make sure you're sending stuff privately, please. All right, so now, can I have a volunteer? Somebody raise their hand. How can I figure out the height? The height of figure A only. Diana, go ahead, sweetie. Unmute yourself.
How you figure out the height of figure A is that you see the 10,
Mm-hmm.
and then what you're going to do is that, because then 10 represents the whole entire height of the shape altogether.
I agree.
But now now you see the 3 over here. And so you're going to subtract 10 from 3 and you get 7 left over.
Diana is absolutely correct. Good job, sweetie. Thumbs up if you understand what Diana just explained. Giancarlo said yes. Yes, good job. Anaya understands. Amelia, great. Francella, Omar, Irene. Jair, are you with us? Leah, good job. Lana, you get it? Sherlyn, good job, Lana. Sherlyn, Kevin. All righty. So now, using the information that Diana just gave us, Logan S. is going to explain to us, how do we figure S, Simmons, how do we figure out the volume of figure A only?
I'm gonna give about 50,000. Now get off them. What you got? Huh? Yeah.
We gotta find the width.
Okay, so what's the length?
The length is 4.
Okay, what do I do next?
You tasted already? Huh? You tasted already? Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
And the height is 10, so
Is the height 10?
yes.
Are you looking at the screen?
Yes.
Grandbaby.
What does the screen say?
Babies.
Oh,
Oh,
2.
What's
My
that? On Empire. On Empire.
all right, so let me call on someone else. Shakendall, you wanna try?
Yes, I think the answer is 56.
Tell me how you got 56, sweetie.
I got it because 4 times 2 equals 8, and then you timetables 8 from 7. I mean you multiply 8 to 7 from 7, and then that gives you 56. 8 and 7 gives you 56. If you
Does everyone agree with Shakendall? Thumbs up, yep. Wolfer said, good job. Dee Dee said, you rock. Irene said, I agree. So, good job, sweetie. When I'm looking at A, the volume for figure A is going to be 56 cubic millimeters. So I figured out A. So now, it's a lot going on here, so I'm going to erase some stuff. Now we need to figure out the volume of B. So you're going to do the exact same thing. You're going to send me a private message only using the measurements that's on the screen. Tell me what B should be. What is the formula? So I'm going to replace the length with a number. I'm going to replace the width with a number. I'm going to replace the height with a number. Tell me what all of that should be in the private chat. Y'all are fast.
Orlin, ahora estamos haciendo lo mismo con la figura B, que es la parte de abajo.
When you guys text us, please put your name so we know who's texting us. Oh. Good job, Samuel. Good job, Diana. And Genesis, no, it does not say a name. It's not saved into our phones. Good job, Anahi. Good job, Giancarlo. And when I say text us, I mean on my phone. Like if you send me work on my cell phone, not on the private message, sorry. Like people are sending us pictures of the work that they're doing. I don't know who's sending me this. About 30 more seconds. Good job, Omar. Good job, Logan. F. All right, so let's talk about it. Logan Flores, walk us through it, please, sweetie. Unmute yourself. Oh, here, I did it. Go ahead. How did you find the length?
I found the link from looking on the block, and it says 12 millimeters.
Does everyone agree? Good. So the length is 12. Logan is correct. It's not 8. A lot of people were putting 8. It's not 8 because remember this is not the whole block. This is only a part of it. This is going to show us the whole rectangular prism. Good job, Logan. How did you find the width, sweetie?
Well, I found the width because I saw it's 2 millimeters.
Right. So this is telling us, and remember, we already had the width of A. And usually if it's a composite figure, the width is not going to change. It's usually going to have the same width. So times 2. And then the height.
3 millimeters.
3 millimeters, right?
Yeah.
So in the private chat, tell me what the volume of figure B is going to be. I'm going to set a timer about 1 minute because we should be good with multiplication, hopefully. Oh, that was fast, you guys. Good job, Michaela. Good job, Samuel. Good job, Anaya. Good job, Diana. Gabby, great job. Stephanie. Good job, Jakendall. Good job, Leah. Good job, Omar. Great job, Anahi. Great job, Francella. Good job, Amelia. Giancarlo, Logan S, Sherlyn. I don't know who, oh, Rochelle. Good job, Rochelle. Good job, Dee Dee. Rochelle, tell us what the volume of figure B is. Good job, Irene.
The volume of figure B is 72.
Good job, sweetie. All right, does everyone see how Rochelle got that? So we know that 12 times, well, let's do it easier. We know that 2 times 3 is 6. And then 12 times 6, oops, sorry. 12 times 6 is going to give us our 72. All right, any questions before we move on? No, let me see. Questions. We're good. We understand. We can break a composite figure apart. It's easier when you can actually see the measurements beside it. All righty. All right, so let's do the next composite shape. And remember this one, you're going to try to do independently, okay, without my assistance. So now this one says, find the volume of the 2 combined rectangular prisms. Remember, you don't have to break it apart like this. You can choose to go horizontally or vertically. So for this specific one, we're going to start with you sending me the volume of the total composite shape. So that means I want to see the formula that you use for each, and then the total volume. So you're going to send it to me in a private chat. I'm going to give you guys 5 minutes to complete it. And I'm starting the timer now.
Yeah. Okay, so after repeat that, you can
Make
hear
sure
what
your phone is on mute because we can hear conversation right now.
Okay. Find the value of the 2
Good job, Diana. Dee Dee, tell me the total volume. Good job, Samuel. Good job, Dee Dee. Sherlyn, so far so good.
Miss Bird, do I supposed to write on here?
On the chat, yes, sweetie. Hi, Keandre.
Hey.
How you doing?
How?
Just in the Jakendall. Unmute yourself, Jakendall.
Cussing on here.
Jakendall.
Yes.
Tell him how does he respond to us in the chat on the phone?
Okay. It says participants and then press participants and then go to Miss Bird and type whatever you got to type. On the bottom it says participants.
Okay, found it.
Thank you.
All right.
Good job, Sherlyn. Amari, I haven't seen anything from you. Logan S. All right, so let me show you how I solved the problem, and then you'll understand where some of your mistakes are coming from that I'm seeing as you're doing it. So I just broke the figure up like this because it was just easiest for me, because it already gave me this and it gave me this and it gave me this. And I was just like, that's easier for me to see. So I said this was A, and then I said this was B. I know that volume equals length times width times height. So then for A, my formula was, how long is it? Well, if this is 4 and this total composite shape is 6, 6 minus 4 is going to give me 2. So all I said was, this is 4, this is 2, that's going to give me this 6 down here. So that shows me the total length for the composite shape. So for A, the length was 2. And then how wide is it? I just looked over on the side of the shape. This 2 applies for both. So it's 2 is the width. How high is it? How tall? This shows me that the whole composite shape is 4, but over here, this tells me that B is 2. So 4 minus 2 is going to give me 2. So for A, I said 2 times 2, which is also known as the base, is 4. 4 times 2 is going to give me 8. So I did that. Everyone with me so far? Okay. And then for B, I did the exact same thing. I said, okay, the length, how long is it? That's right here, it's 6. How wide is it? Again, it's 2. How tall is B? I use this, it's 2. So I said 6 times 2 is 12. 12 times 2 is going to give me 24. And then all I did was, well, 24 plus 8 is going to give me 32. But then some of you guys may have cut the figure a different way, which is okay as well. So instead of going up and down like this, well, let's see if we get the exact same volume if I cut it a different way. I have the same number. So my thought process is, I go back to 3rd grade when we learned about all of those properties of multiplication. My thought process is, if I have the same numbers, I should get the same results. So I'm going to say this is A and this is B. So I'm just going to start with A. And the length, how long is A? So it tells me right here that A is 4. How wide is A? This tells me the width of the whole composite shape. So I'm just going to say 2. And how tall, how many layers does A have? It tells me on the figure 2. So 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is going to give me 16. So now I'm going to use a totally different color to do B. And let's see, hopefully we get the exact same answer that we just got. So for B, how long is B going across? Well, if this is 4, I need to figure out what this is across. If the total is 6, so I'm going to say 6 minus 4, and that's the 1st grade standard. So I'm just going to assume that we know how to subtract. 6 minus 4 is going to give me 2. That's the length. It asks me how wide is B. My width is here. I'm using the same width because it is a composite figure, and it's 2. And it asks me how tall is B. My height is here. It gives me the little bracket to show me, and that's 4. So 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 4 is going to give me 16. So even though I cut my composite shape a different way, Let's see if I still get the same volume. So 16 and 16, if I add that up, look at us. Even though I cut it a different way, I still got the same exact volume. So it doesn't matter how you cut your composite shape, you're still gonna get the same volume. Everyone's good. Let me go, let me see. Thumbs up if you're good. Good, Lana, Michaela, Kevin, Anima, great, great, great. All right. So the last one is, and I'm actually going to do this as, oh, you can't see, haha. Okay, it'd be helpful if you could see it. Okay, I'm gonna do this one as the you do, and then the exit slip is going to be this one. Okay, so I'm gonna put this on Canvas while you guys are working on this. So you're gonna tell me the volume of this composite shape. So remember, you can cut it up either way, you're still going to get the same answer. So I'm gonna set the timer again for 5 minutes. After that, we're gonna be done. We're gonna take attendance. And then you guys can log off and do science and finish your work for math. Does everyone have this question in your packet? Rochelle said yes. What number is it, Rochelle? Can you unmute yourself and tell me what number it is? Oh, we can't, hold on. Uh-oh. Why you can't? Irene said 37, okay. So, Omar, do you see it? It's number 37. Did you find it? Yes, okay. I can see you, you just nod your head. No one's talking, Logan. They're working on the problem.
Yeah.
You guys have about 30 seconds left, and then we're gonna go over it. All right, let's go over it. All right, so Irene. Tell me, unmute yourself, please, sweetie. All right, Irene.
Yes.
Okay. Did you break it up horizontally like this?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna do Irene's way, okay? So Irene went horizontal. So Michaela, I'm gonna call this A and this B. Michaela, call on someone that's in the chat to help us with the length, width, and height of A.
Jakendall.
All right, Jakendall. I don't even see Jakendall.
Yes.
Oh, there. All right, so look at the length of A. What is the length of A only? So Irene says she cut hers across like this, and now we need to figure out the length. How long is A only?
9 cubic inches.
All right, do you guys agree with Jakendall? Samuel said no. Samuel, why do you not agree with Jakendall?
I don't agree with you, Kendall, because the 9 feet is for the B. But it will help us with the A, because if you subtract it from the 15, which is the total, then it gives you 6.
Okay, because 6 plus 9 is going to give us 15, correct? All right, so our length, remember volume equals length times width times height. So our length for A is 6. Josie, can you tell me the width of A? Unmute yourself.
4.
4. Does everyone see where Josie's looking at? That this is the width of A? Anaya, looking at A only. What is the height of A only?
A, I think the height is
You need help?
yeah.
Giancarlo, can you help her? Don't look shocked. What's the height of A only, sweetie?
6.
6? Okay, tell me how you got 6, hon.
I've subtracted the 9 from the 15.
Anaya, do you
On the
see that? So he looked at the 9 that's beside B, and he knows that the total height of the composite figure is 15. So he said 15 minus 9 is going to give him 6. Good job, Giancarlo. All right. So now in my chat, I want you to tell me what the volume of A that Irene selected is. Just the volume of the A that Irene selected. Good job, Samuel, Irene, Diana. Rochelle, good job. Anaya, good job, sweetie. Dee Dee, the height, I'm sorry, not the height, the volume of A only. Sherlyn, good job. Good job, Logan Flores. Gabby, good job. Giancarlo, good job. Josie, great. Anima, great. Amelia, good job. All right, so for the most part, everyone had the same volume for A, which is 144. So now I'm gonna look at B. And we're just still gonna use Irene's cutting. So for B, Dee Dee, what's the length of B? You can talk, Dee Dee.
15.
Good job, sweetie. So B is 15 feet across. Amelia, what is the width of B?
Four.
Good job, sweetie. So B is 4 feet wide. And then Amari, how tall is B? We couldn't hear you, Amari. How tall is B?
9.
9. Good job, sweetie. So now in the chat, you're going to tell me what is the volume for B only, the volume of B only. Good job, Gabby, Diana. Good job, Samuel. Josie, B. Good job, Anaya. Good job, Rochelle. Good job, Logan Simmons. Good job, Irene. Michaela, good job, Jakendall. Good job, Anima. Good job. Good job, Giancarlo. Good job, Omar. Good job, Anahi. Good job, Logan Flores. Good job, Sherlyn. Good job, Genesis. All right, so everyone that sent me a message got the answer correct. So the volume for B is going to be 540 cubic feet. So now we need to find the volume of the composite shape as a whole. So what is the total volume of the composite shape? Y'all are fast. I didn't even get a chance to figure it out. Good job, Anima, Diana. Good job, Anaya. Good job, Sherlyn, Samuel, Rochelle, Lana, Logan S. Anahi, Giancarlo, Amelia, Amari. Good job, Omar. All right, so the total volume of this composite figure is 684. And we know that because we did 144 plus 540. 4 plus 0 is 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. 5 plus 1 is 6. And we have 684 cubic feet. Remember, we're talking about always cubic units. So your exit slip on Canvas today is going to be this problem, okay? Give me like 5 minutes to put it on Canvas though, because it's not there. And then you guys can go on and do it. But it should be in your packet. If you cannot see the numbers, you can write the numbers now because I'm looking at the packet and I can't see the numbers. So if you want, you can start writing, like I can't see this 60. So you probably want to write this 60. This is 40, and it does not look like 40 to me. And this is 80. I definitely cannot see this bottom number. 60, and then 10. All right, so start solving it. I'm going to put it on Canvas. Science today is the read and mark the text, the flow of energy in a food chain. It's on page 187, 188. And then you're gonna complete the graphic organizer on page 189, which should also be in your packet if you have the packet. It's also on Canvas. If you don't have access to Canvas, remember you can take a picture of it and send it to me on the text. But when you send it to me and when you upload it into Canvas, write dark or write in pen or something so that I can see what it is that you're talking about. This is exactly what we did yesterday on our little food web foldable. The only difference this time is you're going to tell me how it gets its energy. So it has a producer. How does a producer get its energy? And then you have an example of producers. And then it says consumer. How does it get its energy? And then you give me 3 types of consumers. And then you give me the examples of animals that are consumers. And if you read the text, this should be simple. And then it asks me about decomposers, which we really don't need to know about. So you don't have to do it. So everyone's okay. This is the math exit slip. I put it back. And then if you cannot access Canvas again, you can text me the answer to the math exit slip, but you have to show me your work. Genesis and Francella and Irene have been texting me their information and they have shown me all of the work and how they're solving it. So make sure if you text it to me that you're showing me your work so that I can see how you're solving it.
Ms. Bird, do we have to send it on Canvas too?
If you have access to Canvas, I would rather you do it on Canvas because it's a quick grade and I can just go in there and, you know, put it in. All right, so Ms. Rodriguez is going to take attendance really quick.
Some of you are missing. I'm not sure if you're here and just logged on and went about your day. So if I ask you if you're here, let me know you're here. I have Logan Flores. Stephanie, are you here? Stephanie?
No.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay. We need you participating, sweetheart. Jakendall, Sherlyn, Amari, Leah, are you here?
Yeah.
Remember to participate. Anai, Omar, Daniel, are you here?
Yes.
I'm here.
Okay, Logan Simmons, Dee Dee, Gabby.
Is Gabby there?
Gabby, are you here?
I hear.
No, that's Dee Dee.
I'm here.
Okay. Samuel, Rochelle, Anima, Wilfred, Michaela, Jair, are you here?
Here.
Here.
Only Jair.
I'm here.
No.
I'm here.
Okay, please stay on mute unless I ask you if you're here.
I don't see Jair.
Jair, are you here? Okay, Kevin, Amelia, Lana, Keandre, are you still here?
Yes, here.
Yes.
Okay, stay on mute unless I call on you. Keandre, are you still here? Irene,
Oh, that's
Genesis,
him.
Orlin, Josie, Giancarlo,
Here.
Anaya, and Diana. Did I miss anyone?
Here.
Type in the chat box if I missed you. If I didn't call on you, type your name on the chat box.
Oh, Keandre's up here. He's here.
Okay. All right. Make sure that you're completing the work on Canvas. You get marked present on attendance for being in the chat, but all of your work, your grades are going to come from Canvas or from you texting us your work. So make sure that you are completing the work. Oh, so far we only have about 7 people doing work on Canvas. The work needs to be done. Okay. All right. Love you guys. Stay safe. If you don't, if you have questions, you can hang out for a minute. If you're having problems, you can hang out. If you're good, love you. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.
But Kendall, give me a minute.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
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 Keandre.
Diana, do you have a question? What's your question?
So for like the packet, so the reading packet for now, so then you can answer it on Canvas and get a grade. It says on part B, select 2 details from the text that supports the answer in part A. So does that mean that we select it from like 2 from each text?
Yeah.
2 details from each text?
Read it again.
It says select 2 details from the text that supports the answer in part A.
Yes, actually, I don't know why they wrote it that way, but it's 1 from each text. Yes.
One from each text. Okay. Thank you.
You're
Goodbye.
welcome. See you tomorrow. Genesis, did you have a question? Unmute yourself. I can't hear you.
But I can't do it. Does the axis of math doesn't show up in Canvas?
It's not on there yet, sweetie. Hold on. I'm putting it right now.
Give Ms. Bursa to give her a few minutes. Gabby, did you have a question? Anima, did you have a question?
Yes, I don't got the writing prompt or the math.
The math is on Canvas. And the
Yeah, I don't
writing, I know that you're out of town. I am going to put the writing on Canvas also so that you have access to it, okay? Look
Okay.
for it later today.
Okay.
Jenna says you can go have a snack and then come back to Canvas, okay? Okay, Miss Bird.
Oh, we don't. Okay.
Well, I don't know that Gabi's here. Gabi is probably just, are you here?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you have a question?
Yeah. For
Okay.
the exit slip that we did yesterday, I couldn't understand how to do it because it had like 2 widths, like 2 or 3 widths, and I asked my dad for help, and he couldn't figure it out either.
I know. We couldn't either. That's why we said that's okay. We put it on there. We thought we corrected it and it was not corrected. So I apologize. But that's why today's is the one that's going to take the replacement of that one, because I don't know what was going on with yesterday's, but it's up there now. So you can go there and hopefully it'll be easier to understand.
Okay. Stop recording, Miss Bird.
Oh, thank you.